Hey y'all, what's up? Jesus, I'm kind of new doing at this. I'm kind of new at this, but but Scream, the new Scream movie is coming out this Friday, and I'm excited about it. I'm such a Scream fan. I'm a horror fan in general, and Scream was the first movie that I watched, and that's what got me into horror films. Um, but yeah, so yeah, I guess in the spirit, I guess for for the upcoming Scream movie, I kind of want to rank all five. I'm gonna do it from top, no, not top to bottom, from bottom to top. The bottom, well, first of all, I'm already gonna say this. It's my opinion. It's my opinion. So don't get mad. Um, at the bottom, not really my least favorite because I don't really have least favorite to the movies, but I'll say like I guess like the worst one um, is Scream 3. Mm, there was still some good elements with Scream 3, but out of the five, it is the worst. Um, it was just some elements missing. There was not a lot of Sydney, but just because um, Nev had other projects to work on during the time, and also what's talking about the hairs. Courtney's hair, them bangs, them bangs was mm-mm. And I for the longest time I thought that her that it was a hairstylist that did her bangs like that, and I was like, I don't know what I don't know what she was thinking, but that was not it. But I come to find out she did it herself, and I don't know why, but David, our cat, when they were still together, told her to cut her bangs like that. That it turned out to be iconic, but for the wrong reasons, child. And then Sydney's hair, I don't be having mixed feelings with her. Like on some scenes, it looks good, it looks fine, and then some scenes it looks weird and it looks hella stiff. Like there was times where it barely moved. There was times it barely moved. But yeah, but just like it was a wig, but damn, you can. But it's like, damn, you can give her a better wig. Um, I mean, if it was enough Sydney, I did love the arc of like the saga for Dewey and Gale from beginning to the end. Um, a lot of the characters I didn't really care for, except for Jennifer. Um, Jennifer was another one, and Tyson. Tyson was kind of funny. Um, but other than that, none of the characters um, really did anything. Um, the whole thing of the ghost mom um, is like, regardless for trilogies, for rules of trilogies, I can understand why they went that route, but it's just no. But and also um, I'm sorry, this is all over the place. One thing I did like was the twist of it just being one killer, because that's the only Scream movie that only has one killer. The other ones, there was two, so I did like that. I did like the voice changer, the new one that they had for Scream 3 to a certain extent. I did like it because it was something fresh, something fresh, but also at the same time it was like, okay, how did you get all their voices, including Sydney's, and Sydney was hiding. That made no sense to me. But speaking of the killer, the twist of it, of the whole brother twist. Oh, it could have been better, but it just felt weird. It just felt random. I just, mm, yeah, and the killer was with a brother Roman. Didn't care for him. Didn't care for him before he was revealed as a killer. Didn't care for him after he was revealed to be the killer. Cause he was just whining. He was just whining too much, and I was like, alright, dude. So yeah, um, my fourth favorite, um, well, my second to last. Um, I would have to say probably. I don't know. It's kind of difficult. Probably, yeah, probably Scream Two. I liked Scream Two. I liked the whole college thing. Um, I liked them being in college. Um, and then brought everyone back together. Um, I did kind of find it interesting, the whole copycat or with that scene with the names of the people that have the same first name or have the same name with the first or last name somewhere in the name of the victims from the first film. Um, but it was just like after your scene that of Derek singing to Sydney, it was a cute scene, but it was also cringe. I was like, it's cute. It was cute. Like, I love the thought of it, but no. Um, that was yeah, stop. I always skip on that scene because that was just cringe. Um, let's see. I I did like the whole thing of them killing Randy because I feel like that made business, but also at the same time I feel like if they didn't kill Randy, I feel like that kind of would have made Scream 3 and Scream 4 stronger if they still have Randy alive. Um, well, they did have Randy Scream 3, but he was still dead, so it was. But yeah. Um, characters that stood out besides the main characters. I did like Derek. I did like the boyfriend, Mickey. Mickey, who was one of the killers, didn't really do anything for me. His reveal was just okay. I don't know why. Since we didn't see him since the cafeteria scene, and Hallie, I liked Hallie. I liked Hallie. She was cool. Um, Cotton. Cotton was alright in both Scream 2 and 3. Didn't really do anything for me. Um, CC, Sarah Michelle Gellar's character, she didn't really have that much screen time. Um, so, um, and, who else? I love Jada and, Omar's characters. In the beginning of the film, I loved the dynamic. It was funny. Um, I think something we got to mention. For Scream 3, the kills were very lackluster. I do understand because of the timing of when it came out. It was after some sort of school shooting. I forgot what the name of the school was, but yeah, it was. I mean, the kills were just lackluster for the most, not even for the most part, just all parts. Like even the beginning kills, it was. Mm, the kills in Scream 2, they were not as good. They were not as good as the first one, but they were still decent. Um, and what else? And then going on with the killer reveals, and like I said, Mickey proving himself to be a killer, that was lackluster, that was anticlimactic. Billy's mom, that was interesting. That was interesting. That was given Friday the 13th. So I did like that aspect. And what else on Scream Two? Yeah, pretty much that's it. Um, my third favorite is Scream, Scream Five, well, Scream the fifth Scream, the one that came out last year. Um, I liked it. I liked it. It was like passing the torch. I think from like legacy characters to the new ones, to the new characters. Um, I liked that they had the balls to kill off one of the OG characters, which was Dewey. I like that. I know people didn't. I know Dewey was a fan favorite, and people were not happy that Dewey died. But it's like you know the one that had to die. So, um, but yeah, and then characters that I loved. I loved Jenna Jacobs' character. Um, Jenna did so good, and I liked Sam too. And I liked the whole twist of her being Billy's daughter, which kind of brought a whole nother layer of Billy's character, because it was like, okay, so was this when he was still with Sydney? So like, was this when he was still with Sydney, or was this before he was with Sydney? Because this was while he was still with Sydney, so it was like it means like he was cheating on Sydney. Um, and then um, I kind of liked I liked for Sydney. They had to come back for a reason, which was for the death of Dewey. I like they gave her a reason, because I feel like if they didn't give a reason, it would have been just another Scream movie. Well, technically it was, but it was something different. And also nothing that's different. I liked that they changed with the opening, because when we Scream the opening kills, this time the opening kill was not a kill. Jenna Baker's character actually survived. And then what else? I loved the twins. I love the sister more, but I like Chad as well. He's very funny too. Um, the kills were brutal. I love the kills. The kills were brutal. This one probably the most brutal kills I've seen within the Scream franchise. Um, Also, speaking of which, of bringing back characters, I like that they brought back Judy, and then they killed her off. Um, and I kind of also like how they kind of the whole thing of the whole relatives all being related to previous characters in the past Screams. Like the twins are Randy's niece and nephew, um, which means that mom is Randy's sister, and that was on Scream 3. Um, the first actual kill, the dude that died, he was Stu's nephew, I think. Um, and then again, the whole thing was um, Sam and Billy. Um, and I liked that they continued like the arc of the trio with Sydney um, being married to Mark from Scream 3, and also having kids. Um, and then she's more in a happy place. And then Dewey and Gail got divorced, but like you could tell that they still have love for each other. Um, so yeah, the kill videos, they were kind of too predictable. They were kind of too predictable. Like Amber, it felt kind of anticlimactic a little bit. I did like the whole thing about the whole fandom thing, because because that is because that is what can actually happen. Like so many toxic fandoms and stands of so many things, not only in movies but also within music as well. Um, But yeah, the kill reveals was just lackluster. It was very anticlimactic to me, and it was like, um, what else? I think that's. Oh yeah, I also liked the like them ending in Stu's former house, which is house Amber lives in, which I loved. I loved that because I kind of was like a callback to the first screen, so I love that. I also love them having the conversation of a requel, which which is another thing I love about Scream is the meta. Like with the fifth movie, there was talking about a requel, combination of remake and sequel, which is what they which is what they've been doing for Halloween and other horror films. And like for Scream Two, talking about sequels, and then Scream Three trilogies. Um, but yeah, what else? I think that's it. Um, my second favorite is Scream Four. Scream Four. Um, Scream Four. Even though this is my second favorite, there is some flaws with it. Um, excuse me for doing that. For instance, there was some throwaway characters. Um, like Sydney's publicist, she was just there. Even when the killer was Charlie, was just there. Charlie's friend, was just there. Robbie was there. Um, I loved Kirby. I love Kirby, and I'm glad she is still alive and she's in the sixth film. Um, so yeah, I'm happy about that. And then I like Jill, and I loved the spice of Jill being killed. Like that was a good twist. That was a good surprise because she did because like throughout the film she was given like the remake version of Sydney, and that was kind of what her girl was gonna be like the remake version of Sydney. She like her own mother had to die because Sydney's mother died. Um, but yeah, again, I loved the continued story arc between three, especially with Gail and Dewey. They were married for 10 years after Scream 3, and then Sydney is kind of like on this path of being strong again and not being a victim. The kills, just like with Scream 5, the kills were brutal, and I loved the kills. Um, what else? I did like this whole. I did like the whole opening, the whole stab movie intros. I like that. Um, I think that's it for Scream 4. I don't really have that many opinions on Scream 4 like that. I know it did not go on box office, but like, personally, I like Scream 4. What else? Mm, excuse us. Excuse that. That's my roommate. Um, Another thing I did like was kind of like them making you think that you actually thought that City died, and then but I was surprised she didn't die. I know people were pissed that Sydney didn't die, but it's like it's Sydney Prescott. And of course, my favorite is Scream, the first one. I love the first Scream. I watched it so many times. Watched so many times. It is crazy. Like I know every line that the characters say. I will follow along with it in the film as I'm watching it, and I don't even need the subtitles. That's how much I have watched this film, which is like I have not watched movies that many times up to the point where I know the lines and I can recite it. The last time when I was little and I used to be obsessed with the color purple, But I know that was a random kind of switch. What Scream 2 called purple, but yeah, it's like it brought something new to the genre, which was dying in the '90s because it was just bad movie after bad movie after bad movie, and people were getting tired of the horror films. Nev, Courtney, David did great. The kills were good. The acting was good. Well, let's not get to it because the acting in all the films were good, but the acting in First Scream was really good. Um, there wasn't really any throwaway characters. Like there wasn't even any characters that was. Um, but yeah, I don't really have any like criticisms regarding the first Scream. Like there's a reason why the first Scream is as popular as it is and what started the whole franchise. That's still going on today. Um, but yeah, that's my ranking. I also want to go ahead and I guess talk more about the upcoming Scream movie. Um, I've been excited for it ever since I saw the teaser. I saw the teaser. I saw the place in New York. I was excited, and I watched the trailer and got even more excited. And then I listened to Demi's song for it. It's Still Alive. I loved it, and I got me more excited for the movie. And I love that Demi did a song for the Scream movie and find Ghostface. That's iconic to me, as if she can't get any more iconic. Um, I do have a couple of predictions. I do feel like Gale is going to die. I feel like they are going to kill Gale, if because they killed off Dewey in the last film, and also Sydney's not going to be in it. Um, so the only legacy character is Gale, and I feel like they're going to kill off Gale. I also feel like most likely they're going to kill off Kirby too. Um, I don't really, and also for Gillis, I don't really have any predictions of who I think is going to be the killer because I really don't know, which I'm glad because keep me keep me in suspense of who the killer is. But yeah, I don't really have any predictions except on who I think is gonna die. Of course, Sam Tower is gonna survive. I feel like they might kill up on the twins, but maybe not. Um, but yeah, thanks for watching this awkward video.